I haven't, I have enjoyed really putting together this workshop over the weekend, and I wasn't too sure how to call it because I didn't want to share with you tips or stereotypes about Spanish people, but I thought of coming up with the ideas that will help you make your life a bit easier in the transition of establishing yourself in this new country, or at least to put ideas in your mind so you can picture what it would look like living in Spain, whether it's in Ibiza, Barcelona, Valencia, Madrid, wherever. Vale? So this idea came about from hearing complaints and negative observations from people around my community here in Ibiza. And maybe they complain about too many bank holidays, or the queues, or the prices, or the people, and this. And I found that very, very interesting. And I wonder if how they would feel if other foreigners did that in their countries. So I decided to put this together to sort of to help you connect and to help you understand how Spanish works. Vale? So to further ado, let's go to point number one. Spain operates in a different time as what you might be used to. That means that we have lunches at a different time. We have our dinners at a different time. We start to work at a different time, and we finish to work at a different time. And that might come as a surprise to some of you, right? Because I don't know, not everything needs to be at the same time in all the countries around the world. So that's one thing that I'd like you to invite to accept that you're in a new territory and things work differently. We tend to stay up later. That's for sure. We like socialize. We like socializing after work, and even prime time TV, the big shows, Celebrity MasterChef, X Factor, all the finals, they normally don't start until 9 or 10 in the evening. So that's why we finish work, we get home, we eat, we socialize, and we spend some time with the family. So that's one thing for you to bear in mind when we're here in Spain. We do work long hours. We do have that bit of a break in between the day for lunch, where we either go back home or we go out for eating. Those split business hours. It's just a part of what we do here, right? So I like you to accept it for what it is without judgment. Please, I forgot, if you're enjoying this workshop, please let me know. First of all, let me know where you're watching from. If you're from Ibiza, Madrid, Barcelona, any other country, and please feel free to share what we're doing here, so we can help more people around the world to understand how Spanish culture works. Was point number two. We also have this idea that Spanish people are lazy and don't work hard. And I mean, I wonder what made you see that point like that. I think Spanish have a better work-life balance. And that maybe if you come from a country where you're expected to work hard and to deliver and to, deadlines and stuff, that might come as a bit of a shock to you. So with them saying that it's not good, not bad, not better, no worse, it's just different. And I invite you to sort of get your head around it, to this new reality. So you don't constantly feel that Spanish people are letting you down because they're not on your level of professionalism. Especially, for example, this is one of the particular comments that helped me put this idea together. People complaining that in Spain we have too many bank holidays. No, we have the ones that we have, and we have the ones that are in a bank holiday public calendar that everybody can have access to and find out and prepare for those days. Right? So it's not like we're just coming up with bank holidays out of our sleeves just like that. And just because when we split the day, because of the working hours that we have set up, and we finish the office or the shop at midday, we go home and we have a siesta after eating, doesn't mean that we are lazier. We are just enjoying our life a bit more. It's not all about work. is it? It's not about work. Vale, chicos, mira, punto número 3. It's also this idea that Spanish people are always late and are not reliable. I suppose in terms of punctuality, I can agree with you, and I have my own opinion about punctuality and what I expect from others. But going back to the previous point, if we understand that Spanish people have a more relaxed approach to life, and that's probably the one of the main reasons why you were attracted to come and live in Spain. You know, enjoy that people are not up so tight with their time. They're never going to be half an hour late. I mean, they might be 5 to 10 minutes late. And if you, for example, just so we can flip it and how people might perceive you, if you arrive just on time, because in your country you're used to arriving on time, and then you actually complain to the Spanish person, they'll see you as a bit of an anal, like chill, it's only been 10 minutes, right? So obviously you are the new person in the country, so you should be the one adapting without having to make them adjust to your previous standards. Huh? Vale, so it's just basically different, and it's not they're not reliable, it's just they have a different approach to timing. If you are now that you have two options, you can either stop doing business with that person, or you can communicate clearly what your standards are, or you find somebody else to do business with that probably is more aligned with your values and expectations. No? Vale, chicos, punto número 4. If you come to Spain, you need to get used to be touched, because we like touching. We are very expressive, and we like the touch. Come here, give us a hug. 2 kisses. Every time you walk into an event, kisses to everybody. It's none of that, hey, yeah, hola, no. Kisses. You touch, we hear, what's up? How you doing? Boom. And maybe especially with old people or older people, they come, they touch you, they grab you, they pull you. So get used to giving up your personal space. We are more comfortable in close contact. Punto número 5. If you come to Spain as well, get used to the noise. We seem to have a high tolerance for noise, and we are loud. Loud. It's all happiness. It's all joy. And I suppose I can picture an international neighbor, right, hearing their Spanish neighbors at 10, 11 p.m. but still drinking, watching TV, or eating, or whatever, right? And complain, oh my God, I need to go to bed. Yes, but maybe understand that maybe that guy just came from work. Maybe then that's when they're socializing, they're celebrating a birthday, and then midnight is after midnight is when it starts becoming a bit rude to have noise going on. And if you are out in a restaurant, forget about excuse me, just bring the bill, please. No, hey, Chico, you need to make yourself heard across the room, otherwise it's not going to hear you in a loud, busy environment. So it might be very difficult if you started, for example, learning to speak Spanish, or you want to get like, hola, perdona, and you need to find your thinking about what to say and then how to say, and then work on that delivery, work on that performance, saying out loud. But it's what's the thing? It's no good nor bad. It's just the way it is. And if you are a quiet person, in those public situations, you might not be heard. Your voice will disappear with all the bar noise at the back, for example. Huh? Vale, but chicos, point number 6, idea number 6, point number 6, to help you understand and to help you have a better experience living in Ibiza, or give you a better idea to visualize what it would look like living in Ibiza or in Spain. Yeah, I'm trying to make it as broad as possible, not just Ibiza where I'm based. Spain is made of 17 very different regions. So it would be very wrong to generalize. The Spanish are, the Spanish like Spanish, all the Spanish are like this. Obviously, this is the same for every different country. But in Spain, I feel that the north, the middle, the south, the east, and the west is just they're very completely different territories with actual different languages. Yes, we do have some dialects, but for example, Catalan, it's a language that it's attached to a culture. Catalan is attached to a history which has got nothing to do with Andalusia, where the flamenco comes, and this is more sunnier. It's completely different. So avoid making those generalizations, because you'll probably be a little bit off if you do that. Vale? No, we don't all eat paellas all the time, because that's only from the east coast of Spain. You can find everywhere else, for example, but it's predominantly available on the east coast of Spain. And not, we don't all listen to flamenco, of course not, where flamenco is more common around the south of Spain. Now, so an added extra idea. Did you know that we have we have a region of Spain that it's on the actual south of Africa? We have we have Spanish territory in the south of Africa, in the continent, right? So it's detached to the mainland, right? And did you know that we have some other islands which are next to the west coast of Africa and a different time zone? So that's all that it is Spain. It's not just we are not just one. We have many different cultures into one. ¿Vale? Muy bien. Please, chicos, let me know in the tips how you guys are finding this. Let me know in the comments how you're finding these tips, these ideas, these stereotypes. If you ever made a mistake generalizing, or what people have told you, let me know. Let me know in the comments, and then I'll reply. ¿Vale? Siguiente. I will say, point number 7, I'll say that Spain is one of the countries with not the best work opportunities at the moment. Yes, I agree that. I agree with that. The minimum wage, and I think let's go to this, the relationship between minimum wage and or average wage rather, and accommodation, right? What we pay in rent. And then at the end, there's not much going on. There's not much for saving, let's say. So if you are considering moving to Ibiza, I'll ask you to consider what is it you'll be bringing to Spain that will be of value, that will make you find your own space in here. Well, most of the expats that I work with work remotely. They tend to have an international list of clients that they work remotely with, and they don't really work in Spain. But if you're looking at moving to Spain to work with Spanish and create opportunities here, you need to forget about your previous standards, how much you were earning in the past, and you need to forget about your old standard of living that you had, because here is going to be different. I'm going back to the previous point. You might be earning less, you might be having less clients, you might be working a little longer, but then we have a better work-life balance. And then you also have the sun and the food and everything else that sort of make up for that, right? So just for you to consider. Vale, punto número 8. Yeah, the Spanish bureaucracy, it's known for being slow and inefficient. And I agree with that. Sometimes I agree with that. I have lived in other countries where the bureaucracy was slower, faster, but the one thing that they all have in common is that they're all different. And when I live in other countries and I struggle to sort of navigate the bureaucracy, the paperwork in that country, the main thing, it wasn't because it was difficult, it's because I was new and I didn't have a clue how to do it for the first time. I sometimes don't know what the hell I need to do here in Spain, because it's my first time. When I registered my company and I had to sort out the taxes and stuff, the first time I went there, like, oh, I've never been to this building before. What? There's a guy there. Okay, get a number, and you go over there. Boom. Next time I had to go, I knew exactly where I pick up my number, wait the time, the office times, and then go to that particular desk to be helped. Right. So that's probably just trying to make you see why you might think that the Spanish bureaucracy is slow and efficient. Maybe it's got to do because you don't know how it works. And over time, you start seeing how it works and you adjust. I don't think it's very healthy when we compare to our own. If you feel that we come from a more advanced country with a better taxes, with better bureaucracy, with better civil servants, it's you comparing is not going to speed up the process. It's not going to make that guy at the desk help you. It's not going to help. Your frustration is not going to help speed up the process. So I invite you to just embrace it. I take it for what it is. And do your research, talk to people, find out what is it you are expected to do, what you need to do before getting there. So by the time you're already there, you understand the situation. Right? And if you can't be bothered to get through the process, if you want to avoid the hassle, if you want to avoid the stress, if you don't speak Spanish or you get lost, or you don't want to get lost and it's too much for you, then you can hire un gestor, a professional that is an expert in dealing with paperwork and sorting out all these transactions, right? And then you will never have to worry about handing in some papers on time, because he will know exactly when the deadline is. You will never have to go back 2 or 3 times because you forgot a photocopy, a signature or something. He will know, he'll have it, right? And of course, there's a bit of an investment there. It'll be like 50, 60 euros for a sorting out something. But there you go. That could be a solution to for you to stop complaining, comparing, pointing out the negative points, and that will make you more comfortable and just you get the situation done with no hassle and no complaint. ¿Vale? Un gestorías. Vale. Punto número 9, point number 9. Spanish people do not like speaking English. Let me say that again. Spanish people do not like speaking English. This is something that it's very weird to us. I remember being in school and, you learn something new, you try to put the oomph in the accent, and then you say, hello, right? And then everybody like, he said, hello, right? So that's kind of part of the culture. We are jokers, we're fun, and we're always teasing each other. So we've always teased each other when somebody spoke English super extra well. And I guess that's probably created a collective feeling, a collective sense towards languages, and we are just probably just not good at languages. I have worked in language academies helping Spanish people learn English, and they find it very difficult. It's not in our DNA. Language is not something in comparison to other, for example, European countries that have English subtitles in the movies, or maybe have the original version movies in the on television. We don't, which is very Spanish, right? So this is important for you to understand, because you can't expect everybody everywhere in Spain to accommodate and speak your language. In this case, would be English, right? You can't expect it. And if you're trying, if they shout, if they're agitated, if they use their hands, it's not because they're crazy or anything, but it's probably because they're very uncomfortable in that situation. And despite that, they're doing the best they can to help you in that situation. So be considerate that we don't like speak Spanish, but some people don't. The ones that we do is because we are where we have travel and be a bit more international, ¿vale? And obviously it depends where you move in society. If you live in the countryside with old people that maybe haven't been to school and stuff, it will be more difficult than if you live in a city where people are a bit more cosmopolitan, ¿vale? And point number 10. Big one for the last one. You live in Spain. You want to live in Spain, but check it out. You don't have to learn Spanish. You don't have to. The fact of the matter is, you don't have to. But what kind of new resident do you want to be? Do you want to be the person that it's? Well, let me go back to the previous points to see how we can relate this. You want to be the kind of person that's always lost in translation when you try and sorting out papers or dealing with your neighbors and stuff. Are you the kind of person that can't get your point across if you are, I don't know, maybe your neighbors are playing music or on the bar it's loud and you can't get your voice heard because you don't have Spanish? It's your choice. It's your choice. But the fact of the matter is, you don't have to. There are loads of immigrants, loads of international, European, worldwide residents living in Spain and only speak Spanish, only speak English all the time, and they're doing fine. But I want to put it to you: is that the kind of person you would like to become in this new country? Is that are you coming here to reinvent yourself or to continue doing what you always have been doing in other country, just with more sun? But chicos, this is it. I wanted to keep it snappy. Didn't want to go on. There are many more other stereotypes and ideas and points that I could have covered, but I want to keep it snappy for this live workshop where we're doing Habla Ibiza and the Hub Ibiza. Just to recap, I just want to point out that living in Spain, it's not better or worse than in living in your country. You need to understand that the things work simply differently, right? Because this is worse, this is bad, and if you catch yourself doing that comparison game, you are not gonna enjoy this experience, because yeah, you can always find, it's like comparing ex-girlfriends. There's no point. You have this girlfriend right now. There's no point you comparing her with the last one, the previous one. Nothing's gonna change. You need to change. Your attitude need to change to embrace this new reality, this new culture. Moving to Spain involves having new challenges, and it's all down to your mindset. You have an open mindset to deal with these challenges or not. Definitely everything becomes a bit easier if you speak the language. You can share your feelings, you can say no to things, and you can create a supportive community of locals that can help you get through this process. Maybe you can ask your Spanish friend to help you with the paperwork because you don't know. Instead of paying a professional, maybe that person is going in town and he can help you do it. Like my friends have asked me to translate or to help them do some sort of transactional things or contract with dealing with the landlords and whatnot. But if I haven't made my point across yet, ultimately it is your decision to decide what kind of person you would like to be in this new country. Would you like to be a lost, whinging expat? Or would you like to be an integrated international resident in this new territory in Spain, Ibiza, Madrid, or any other part of Spain? I'll let you go. Woo! All right, I enjoy that. I hope you find this useful. Please let me know in the comments how you got on and where you're watching from. And for all of you that decided the Spanish is important to you, and that you still feel like you're getting lost in translation, that you feel that everything around is a bit too fast, that you don't really get it, right? I have put a free online tutorial with some key expressions that will definitely help you just express yourself anytime, anywhere, with anybody, right? All you gotta do is just go to my page, superchargeyourspanish.com, to download those, to get access to that free video tutorial with those key sentences to help you with your Espanol.